On today's Monday Mail Day, we're going to talk about two things: being liquid and buy low, sell high. What's going on, guys? 845 Sports Cards, New York's Hudson Valley, and we are back at it once again. Monday Mail Day. As I said, we have a package from Veriswap here. I got a bunch of cards up on my Veriswap, and some of them are very valuable, and some of them are very low population. Now, the problem with low population cards, because I try not to cut my fingers open, the problem with low population cards is they don't transact very often, and the comps are hard to figure out. The card is a pop 60. You see it pop up on eBay once every year. It's hard to say if it's going up, going down without a sale, and it's hard to put a value on a card. So what do you trade it for? What do you sell it for? Hard to say. So I had a card. It was a Dalton Rushing First Bowman Chrome Auto in the black and white Ray Wave Prism. Super duper low pop. I was like 50. I mean, it was a very, very low population. Backup catcher for the Dodgers. I was planning on holding it to the trade deadline to see if he got traded to a front-running team. There was rumors that he was going to get traded to the Red Sox. He did not. So after the trade deadline, he's still the backup catcher for the Dodgers. Will Smith, the starting catcher, is having an excellent season. The best case scenario for Dalton Rushing is that he catches in one game in the World Series and does something heroic like hit a game-winning home run. Other than that, he's a backup catcher. So as good as he is, he's batting under 200 now. It doesn't look too promising. So I wanted to offload his card, and the card itself wasn't very liquid because it was such a low population. So the player was losing value in my mind and probably in the hobby's mind. And because of the low population, it was hard to say where the value was. So I decided to move the card for a card that was much more liquid and had some value. And I also wanted to try to take advantage of a dip in the market. So what I did, straight up trade for this Silver Prizm of Caitlin Clark. Now, obviously, I'm a baseball guy, but there's no denying the hobby relevancy of Caitlin Clark. She's not the best player in the league by far. I shouldn't say by far. She's obviously one of the best, but she's not a great player, and she hasn't proven herself. But there's no doubt about the hobby relevancy of her, and this right here is her rookie card from Panini Prizm WNBA, and it's the image variation. It's pretty low population. This card has dipped probably about 25% since her groin injury. You know, she injured her groin in a game, came out. Timeline for recovery. She should be back. She should be back right in time for the playoffs. So she's got a potentially, she has a chance to make an impact in the playoffs with the Indiana Fever, and if she can do that, I can see a spike in the value of this card. It's a mint 9. Now the 10s are about, there's a 4-figure card, over $1,000 for a 10, and the 9, it's right now right around 2 and change. So, you know, if she, like I said, comes back in time for the playoffs, is able to perform well, have a couple big games, I could see this going back up to where it was before, right in the $300 range. And liquidity is the name of the game here because she's so relevant in the hobby, so popular in the hobby, I should be able to then exchange this card for something else. I'm not sure what, but I feel like it's much more useful to have a liquid card than a card that doesn't transact very often, doesn't have a very big fan base. So that's what I did here. I traded a card that was hard to move, hard to value, and probably was falling in value for a card that has a lot of upside as she comes back off injury, and a very, very liquid card. And the Silver Prizm is a very highly desired card for, you know, in both basketball and football. The Panini Prizm Silver Prizm variety is the card to get. If you're going to get a base card, you get the Silver Prizm because obviously it's like similar to a refractor in Topps. It looks beautiful. It's a clean card. This is the image variation to lower pop than the one of her, you know, shooting a jump shot. But it should definitely retain its value, and I feel like there's a lot of upside to it, and being that it's so liquid, I should be able to find a collector that wants to add this to their collection and trade into something that I PC. That's what I like to do with Veriswap. Try to move non-liquid cards for liquid cards, buy in on cards that have upside, and then when they pop in value, move them on to something that I PC, or potentially something I could use to further my collection in trading up, build a few smaller cards into a bigger card, and obtain a big card. So I'm gonna hang out to this Caitlin Clark until at least till she comes back to injury. I'm gonna list it at right around $300 valuation, and if I can convince somebody that it's worth that, I'll trade into something that I like. But for right now, I'm gonna keep a hold of it until she comes back from a groin injury. Should be in time for the playoffs, and there should be some upside. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you're a believer in Caitlin Clark, if you're a believer in the Veriswap model, if you think that I have a chance to turn this into something better in terms of baseball, or you think I should keep this in my PC forever and start a whole new WNBA PC. Probably not going to happen, but this is liquid and has upside. So thank you guys for watching. Comment what you think below about the trade. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like, and I will see you guys next time. Later.